Now somebody had said, yeah, this is so annoying. You have to do one by one. I'm doing 5 because it doesn't even show. Oops. It doesn't even show anything yet, so I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna do 1. Somebody had asked, what would be the worst party? And I'm talking like mechanics, like which of the 4 most useless characters in their games? I want to say Kamari, but I feel like that's our fault and not his. Like, Kamari is good if you use him. It's just a lot of people don't use him. The game does a bad job of prioritizing him, so it's a lot of the game's fault and not really his fault. Dang it. Having said that, I will say he has the worst limit. His limit is just not good. Even if you get Terra, or, what is it? What is his final? I had it in my brain and then I lost it. Forget. The one you get from Omega Weapon. I almost said Terra, but Nova, that's what it is. Thank you. Even if you get Nova, it's just not good. Like, there's black magic that's better than Nova. So he does have a really bad limit. But he's good until you get Orin, because he has piercing. Once you get Orin, it's like, oh, he's just a better Kamari. But yeah, other than that, like, and he does get Mighty Guard, but yeah, I don't know. He's definitely in the running for worst, but who else? The White Mage from Final Fantasy 1. The White Mage in Final Fantasy 1 is bad, but he's a necessary evil, which makes him even worse, because it's like, oh, I have to take him. Because I need a White Mage, but they're so useless. At least till the end of the game, then they can get okay, but in fact, I think they can one-shot the final boss. But yeah, I think what sucks about the White Mage is that he's a necessary evil in 1. Oh, dude, Thief. Thief in Final Fantasy 1 is so bad. He's literally just a worse warrior. He does everything the warrior does, but worse. And he can't equip the best stuff. I remember taking a Thief because it's my favorite class. And the whole game I was like, when does he become a thief? He never does. He's totally useless. I think that's a good shout. I think Thief from Final Fantasy 1. Definitely in the running. I don't remember the 2 characters enough to really say, but I don't remember any of them being necessarily bad. Final Fantasy 3, any character is good if you make them good, so, because the class system in that game is so good. So, I don't think they are in the running. I can't think of any from 4, 5, or 6 that are bad either. I never used, like, Moogle, but I heard Moogle was good. And same with the other hidden character. I heard they're good. None of the characters are bad in 7. I meme about Kate Sith, but unfortunately he's actually one of the best characters. Edward is awful in 4. I don't remember him being that bad. I do remember not using him a ton. I just don't know enough about 4, 5, and 6. Enough of the deep mechanics of those games to say. This is a yikes. These ghosts, man. These ghosts do not screw around. If I could get away from the skeletons, we'd be fine, but I think they're gonna chase me all the way to the entrance. I remember Realm being pretty good. Her magic was good. But I think that was another character I didn't use a ton. Because she was like the blue mage, I don't really usually like blue mages. I didn't use Gal much either, but everyone told me how broken he was. I think all the characters in 8 are good, if you make them good. Because of the junction system, it's really up to what you do rather than what they do. And surprisingly, all the limits in 8 are actually pretty good. You got Selfie with just ending people, you have Twistus with some really strong blue magic in certain spots. You have Zell with his beat rush spam, you have Squall with Omni Slash at home. You have Zidane, or what's his name? Almost got him Zidane. Ow. Irvine. Where is Zidane from? I guess they both have that I. Name. Okay, this is not good. This is we're in big trouble. I need to go to another door and heal inside the door. This outside area is just terrible. They just keep coming. Irvine I did not like throughout the game, and I think that his limit is generally bad because you have to buy the ammo. But the speedrun actually uses him for the entire run because his some of his ammo is completely busted and like breaks the game. So I would not call him bad. And Renoa, I know that some of the dog stuff is strong. I mean, she has her angel thing too. That's like stupid powerful. And I basically just took advantage of to beat Omega. She basically like soloed Omega with that crazy move. So yeah, I think they're all pretty strong in their own right. Then we have Final Fantasy IX. I think Quina is terrible. Thoughts? I know some people like Quina, so I don't know if I'm alone on this, but I genuinely think, like, Eat is annoying, and his trance is completely useless. Like, it's cool that you can get his moves easier with his trance, but in an actual fight, it's useless. So I don't know. I know if you set him up perfect and you have all the best moves and everything, he can be good, but like, I don't know. Just doesn't seem as reliable or useful as some of the other characters in the game. Oh, and isn't Quina's damage like random, like super random? Like it's regular attacks. So I don't know. Quina's weird. I'm not so sure I'm a fan. if I'm putting together the worst party. I guess the random damage might actually come in handy, though. In some scenarios. Nice. So... I don't know. Probably not as bad as I think. But yeah, at least I can say Quintus Trance is really garbage. And the rest of the, like, especially with the other characters in 9, I think that's what makes Quintus seem so bad. Because you have Zidane, who's really strong. Granted, stealing sucks, but he has really good abilities. And his regular damage is just really, his weapons are really strong. You have Vivi, who does unbelievable damage throughout the entire game, and focus is completely busted. So, like, Vivi is amazing, and his trance is amazing. You have Freya, who has a pretty good trance, pretty good abilities, and jump, which is really good. You have Steiner, who is a tank and does super good damage and has some of the best weapons in the game and has a really good trance. You have... Amaranth, who I didn't use much, but I've heard his trance can be really, really good if you use it right. And who am I forgetting? Aiko, who gets double cast white magic and some good summons. I think double cast white magic is enough to at least say she's decent. Oh, and of course Dagger, who is good. I wouldn't say amazing, but good. Her trance is weird, and it's hard to get, like, to use effectively. But I wouldn't call it bad. Also, I said Amaranth instead of Amaranth, so take that for what you will. I do that a lot, being on Twitch. I think of that name instead of the actual name. Yeah, I think that's it for 9, right? These horses. Get me out! So then we have 10, which of course are all busted because of the sphere grid, but if we're not including the sphere grid, do we get out alive? Oh, I think we're dead. No! No way. I don't know why she, like, moved. Did we go through this door before, though, is the question. Oh my god, we didn't. Big luck. Yeah, I mean, other than Kamari, I think everyone else has their use. Kamari's the only one I would say is in the running. 11 doesn't count. Character is your character. 12. I know I want to say Pinello, but to be honest, all the characters in this game are the same. So you can't really pick any of them as being bad. And I don't remember enough about 13 to say if any of the characters are specifically bad, but I don't remember any of them being specifically bad. Bosch, because he's slow. Is Hope bad, or do I just hate him? I don't know. I remember hating Hope, but I don't know if it was because he was bad or because I just didn't like him. He could have been really good, and I just didn't use him because I didn't like him. He's the strongest mage. Okay. And then, unfortunately, Final Fantasy XV, I don't know if we can really say any of the characters are necessarily bad. Wow. Stupid trap. So, yeah. What does that leave us with? Kamari, Quina. Is that it? Oh, you know who I hate to put? Oh yeah, Final Fantasy I Thief. So Final Fantasy I Thief, Kamari, Quina. You know who I honestly want to put as fourth, and I know it's going to make everyone cringe? I kind of want to put Vincent. As much as I love Vincent, and he actually has a really good magic stat, and a really good MP stat, everyone hated his limit. It's not good until you get Chaos. And his weapons also kind of suck. Until later. The death penalty kind of blows until you get a bunch of kills. The death penalty, I would say, is the worst ultimate weapon until you kill a million things, and then it's good, but it's worse. It's the worst ultimate weapon when you get it. And his other weapons aren't really that great. They're just kind of standard. He doesn't have any, like, standout weapons. In fact, I don't even think... He doesn't have, like, a cool triple growth weapon like Cid does. He doesn't have a cool gimmick weapon like Tifa does. He has a bad ultimate weapon. So yeah, I would say his weapons are definitely, like, the worst. Some of them have really good materia slots, but Kate Sith's have better materia slots than Vincent's do. And then, like I said, his limit is bad until you get Chaos. Even Chaos is bad in some circumstances. But in some circumstances, Chaos is really good. He also doesn't get, like, a super mega strong weapon at, like, a certain... Like, maybe the Quicksilver, but... It's nothing compared to, like, some of the other weapons other characters get. So yeah, I would say maybe Vincent, honestly. The only truly great thing that Vincent has going for him is that he's long range. And long range is really nice in 7. It's basically a free materia slot, because you don't have to put long range materia on him for him to be long range. And a lot of people playing through the game casually don't realize how good that is, but it's literally a 30% damage reduction on everything throughout the entire game. On all physical damage throughout the entire game, just from being in the back row. So, it's a really nice thing to have. But other than that, the only other thing going for him is his high MP stat, which there's two ways you can look at that. You can look at it as all of the other stats in the game can be raised by sources. So if you have all of your characters max sourced, Vincent has a better MP stat than everyone else. So he, like, technically has the best stats. But the other way you can look at it is, all you have to do is equip 1 MP up and everyone gets max MP. So, it's not really that great. But technically, if you have no materia, and everyone's max sourced, he's kind of the best character. Because of that high MP stat. And I think he has a high HP stat, too. I think Barrett's is higher, though. I'd have to look. This is going great. That room is just death. It's just not fun to be in that room. There's so many enemies. Goes good. We beat Ixion. So now we're just going around getting orbs. Most characters have a weapon that has full accuracy. I would say Vincent has the most, though, I think. But that's not really that great in 7. You don't miss that often. The only great thing with his max accuracy weapons is Death Blow. He is very good with Death Blow, but so is Tifa. But yes, he's good with Death Blow. He has a good MP stat. And he's long range. Those are really the 3 things that Vincent is good at. But in relation to the other characters, kind of makes him look worse. Yeah, thank you for the gift of sub to Jesus. Thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the 20 months. Yeah, it is kind of cool that it's hard to come up with like a truly bad character. I think the only truly bad character in the whole series is the Final Fantasy I thief. Which, I mean, it's Final Fantasy I, so it's not surprising. I would never call Vincent bad. I just think in relation to the other characters, he doesn't have enough going for him. Every other character has something massive going for him, and Vincent... And, you know, everyone casually hates his limit. And you can't... The other characters, their limits are all great. And his are hard to use. And don't pay off enough to warrant losing control. I always loved his limit thematically. I think it's awesome. Like, it's really cool how unique it is, but in practice, it's not great. Get out of here, ghosts. Oh, I still love Vincent, but we're just talking straight mechanics. But yeah, no, I like Vincent as a character a lot. I mean, he was the first character I did a in-depth look on. He was the very first in-depth look, was Vincent. I liked him, but I didn't know a lot about him. So that's why I made that video. I was like, he's cool, and I've always wanted to know more about him, but I've never really looked into it. So then I started looking into it, and then I was like, I can make this a video. I need a better staff for Ash. I've had this staff forever, but it's the strongest staff. I mean, I guess it's because it does damage to you. I could do the golden staff, which is only 1 less magic power, and it doesn't hurt you when you cast stuff. It also doesn't cause stop, but I haven't been attacking, so I think I might switch to the golden staff. There's gotta be some better staves that I'm missing, though. Why is the delay so much less when you do 5? This mechanic is so stupid. For some reason, it takes forever to do 1, but it takes like a split second to do 5. Who designed this? Also, how many is it gonna take? I haven't even finished one. Oh wait, I finished one. I finished one of the pedestals. 1 of 4. Give me that orb. Alright, so... Fran's doing like almost 2,000 damage to the bonies. I'm watching Fran here for a minute. She does around 2,000 damage. And she combos fairly commonly, but not like insanely commonly. Let's try equipping the Ragnarok. See what it does. It looks really cool, that's for sure. Oh my god, it does almost 4K. Holy moly. I was not expecting that much of an increase. The question is it like ever gonna combo? Or is it just a one-hit wonder? It also immobilizes, though, which is great. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, Troy. You're the best of the best. Sorry for being silly sometimes, but I really enjoy this community. No problem, man. I very much like having you around. So don't worry about it. Come on, big money, no whammies. Stop! I'll take 9. I live for the memes. See how she does against the dragon. Man, I don't know. I don't know if I like the Ragnarok or the Masamune better. I kind of like her with the Masamune better. Fits her better. This thing never combos. Like, never. I haven't seen it combo once. Is there no other way out of this room? Now, we did my 4 favorite characters, and then my 4 best mechanic characters, and then we did the 4 worst mechanic characters. So we might as well do 4 least favorite characters. Von, Pinello, Bosch. I mean, I hate to do it to him, but I really do want to say Penelo Bosch are both on that in that party. Holy moly! Live stream with the $100 donation. Been playing Celeste non-stop the last 2 weeks. Thank you for introducing me to this incredible game, and please have a game for me on me for Trophy Quest. Thank you. Now that's 2 that I need to add. I've been thinking about what games I want to add. Thank you so much, man. And I'm glad you're enjoying Celeste. Speaking of games that I've been recommending to people, I did have one person send me a list of their must-play games after talking about it last week. I still slowly adding to the must-play list too. I'm glad some people found interest in that list. I'm gonna keep it going. You'll get mine in like a year when it's done. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I kind of want to put Bosch and Penelo, just because their characters literally die 20 minutes after you meet them. Oh, another thing I wanted to say. I wanted to say this and then I got sidetracked. When we were talking about the best characters mechanically, honorable mention Aerith. Because if Aerith made it to the end of the game, she would be the strongest character in 7. She is incredibly good. Her stats, her limits, she is super good. But unfortunately, we don't really get to see how good she is. So she's more of an honorable mention. But yeah, 100%. She is so good. So, anyways, so yeah, I kind of want to say Penelo Bosch. And then, what other 2 characters do I not like? I don't like Quina, honestly. Like, but that's more of a mechanic thing. I don't hate Quina as a character. Just not one of my favorites, but Cait Sith is the same way. I think Cait Sith is really good for the story, but not one of my favorite characters. Is there another character that I, like, actively dislike, though? I think one thing that's really cool is that I don't actively dislike any of the characters in the first, like, 6 games. Like, all the characters are so likable in the first 6 games. Does anyone dislike the characters in 1 through 6? They're all so likable. I think... Wasn't someone saying something about... I think some people don't like Edward. Because he's like a womanizer. Which, like, that's fair. Warrior of Light number 4 was a real jerk. Oh wait, did I say Edward? Isn't it Edgar? Edgar is who I meant to say. Edward's the spoony bard, right? Edgar's the womanizer, right? The king? King Edgar? I'm not crazy, am I? Edward. I think that's a SpongeBob character. Edward? But it's all an act. Yeah. But I remember some people saying, like, oh, I hate this character. Which, like, I think that's fair. I didn't hate him, but I think it's fair if you didn't like him. That's the only character I can think of where, like, people were kind of put off by him. Like, all the old characters are so likable. I just keep going back to the 5 cast. The 5 cast is so good. The 5 cast might be my favorite cast in the whole series. Like, all together. They are so good. I love them. I love the way they interact with each other. I love the way they interact with the world. I love the reveals and how they react to stuff in the story. And it's just, I love them so much. I can't wait to play 5 again. Dancer Gallop, best character. And 6 has such a diverse cast that there's someone for everyone in 6. But none of them are really like, ew, I hate this character. I think part of the problem with Quina as well is how good the cast is in 9. Really makes Quina stand out to me. Because every character in 9 is like in the running for best character, one of the best characters in the series for me. You know, like Steiner's story is incredible. I'm not a huge fan of Garnet, but I think her story is really well told. Like, I get why she's a memorable character. Me personally, I'm not like super into her, but I think she's a good character. Zynaine is incredible. Vivi is incredible. Freya is incredible. So, like, putting Quina up against them, it's like, doesn't. I get what Quina's supposed to be. I get that it's supposed to be very simple and me Quina food, like, I get it, but it's just, all the other characters are so great and so dynamic, and kind of the point of Quina is that it's not dynamic. But, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I am kind of leaving out Aiko, who, like, is a bit annoying. Aiko's annoying on purpose, but it doesn't make her any less annoying. She's supposed to be like the preteen girl who annoys the cast, and she does it well, but doesn't make her any less annoying just because, you know. And Amarant, I don't know, Amarant's cool, but I definitely wouldn't say Amarant's one of the worst characters. But there's just not, his story, he's kind of left behind, yeah, he's kind of forgotten. He's like Bosch, but 10 times Bosch's story, which is still like nothing, but he's like 10 times the story of Bosch, which is like a third of any other character in the series. So I don't know, if I had to pick my personal characters that I dislike, it would probably be Penelo, Bosch, Quina, Cait Sith. And Cait Sith could maybe be swapped out for Garnet, but I still think Garnet is a good character, I just don't particularly like her. So, I think those would be my picks. Aiko's annoying, but I didn't hate her. Oh god, I forgot about Snow. I remember hating Snow, but I can't remember why. So we have to return to this when I play 13. Because I remember disliking Hope, and I remember disliking Snow, but I don't remember why. So we gotta return back to this. I think either Snow or Hope might be on the list. might replace Kate Sith. I remember despising Snow. But see, I also hated Vaughn, and now I don't hate him as much, so maybe revisiting will change my opinion of him. I need to just run through this area, because there's no reason to even fight these things. He's more complex than it seems, but he still sucks. Fair enough. I liked Lightning. I remember liking Lightning. I remember Fang being my favorite character in 13, and Lightning being my second favorite. So I remember liking Lightning. And then I played Lightning Returns, and now I hate Lightning. So just don't play Lightning Returns, and she's fine. I think... Oh, wait. I was thinking about changing some gambits, but I want to kill stuff fast. If I do too many gambits, my characters are never going to attack, and we're never going to kill anything. Lightning is Ash, but upgraded. So, oh, somebody left a comment about Ash that I wanted to read. Let's see if I can find it. I liked this comment that I read the other day. Let's see if I can find it. I didn't save it, but now that you mention that. Yeah, so Writer in Black said, I feel like Ash is the anti-Garnet. Garnet drives the story through her emotions, learning to blend in and communicate normally, develops a strong bond with the POV character, and has an emotional payoff. Ash, the characters are constantly talking about her and trying to guess her emotions. She hides her feelings in formal language and only gets a plot payoff. So, that was really interesting because I hadn't thought about it specifically in that way, but it is really interesting how the entire game, all the other characters are trying to guess what Ash is feeling. Then when we finally get the reveal of what Ash is thinking, it's more of a plot device rather than like a character development. And I think that's where they really dropped the ball with Ash. With Garnet, it's a character development. And it also coincides with her feelings for Zidane. And that's why it's impactful. It's like we want her to basically embrace her dark side. Embrace that feeling that she wants to get away from her duties and her mother and everything and become the Garnet we know she wants to be. And the Garnet that she wants to be is one that would love Zidane. So those two things go together, right? And she needs to make the character development of becoming her true self to eventually be with Zidane. But with Ash, all it means is that the plot gets pushed forward. It means that she will cut the stone. Like, it's not really anything that affects her after that moment. And then on top of that, she hides it the whole game, so the other characters are just guessing. And then when she reveals it, it's almost like too late to care. Whereas we get to see the build-up within Garnet the whole game and how she slowly changes to accepting it more, to changing her language, to all these little things that build up until the end. So it really shows you, like, how much more care they put into the characters back then. And I don't think it's necessarily like the writing is worse. I think it's more of, I mean, I think it is, but it's more of their priorities. The priority for this game was to make it fun, not to make the best characters ever. Whereas the priority for 9 was obviously the character design first. They were trying to make characters that could rival the characters of the old games in terms of development and memorableness. You know, so you can tell that they were just way more focused on making characters in those games than in this one. This one's much more about the framework of the gameplay itself and the overall story. Yeah, memorosity. That's the word I was looking for. Too many ghosts. There's too many ghosts. Just keep Ash alive. Oh no. Oh no. Bro, I can't do anything because they keep... Oh my god. What? Everything gets canceled because when they cast Reflectga, everyone stops what they're doing. So all the reflects can go off. Oh my god, the freaking trap. Ow, what? 2,000 damage, really? We're dead. Why do they do so much damage? This place does suck. I'm level what, like 80? It's just sometimes you run into like 3 skeletons and you kill 2 of the skeletons and they both become ghosts and then 2 more skeletons walk in. And that's when the problems occur. It's the frickin' ghosts. The ghosts seem to spawn regardless of what other enemies are around. So you can get like 2 ghosts and 3 skeletons at once and get blasted. I have like the best equipment I can buy. I thought about going back to the stores because I know I'm missing at least like 2 or 3 white magics and a black magic, so I feel like there's a store somewhere I missed. But I mean, my equipment is really good and I'm level like 80. This dungeon just don't mess around. I mean, as long as I don't get attacked by like 9 enemies at once, I'm fine. Or if I take the time to like bubble everyone, I'm usually fine. If I approach the fight like a boss fight, I'm fine, but I'm just more impatient than that. I'm trying to just go around killing stuff fast. Yes. I know that if I level up my other characters, I will have more survivability. I know this. I've known this since the beginning of the game. I don't want to. It will take a very long time. And I don't want to. At least not yet. I'm already at like episode 80. I don't need 10 more episodes of me getting all 3 of my other characters to level 80. Having said that, I might get like, oh God. I might get Balthair to level like 60 or something at some point. Man, they just... There's so much damage. Want to organize my magic too. That would probably help. That's my bad, friend. My bad on that one. Organize inventory? What's that? You know what? I think it's time. I think it's time to get a license for that sandwich. Yeah, I guess we're only 70. I thought it was like upper end of 70. Oh, they're like 70. Of course. Man, these things are super tanky, too. Alright. They just need to be more careful. Fight these fights like they're boss fights and not like they're regular fights. Yeah, so can I, like... Yes, I can. There. Oh, that's so much better. I can actually see where my things are. Where are my things? I think it's time. Yeah, active definitely has changed a lot. Like, staying on active, because I was thinking about, at the beginning of the game, I was like, I'll switch off if it gets too difficult, but I've stuck with it. And yeah, it's rough. It is definitely rough. Why is this here? Yeah, I think it's time to just perma bubble. I could give one character a bubble belt. Yeah, I'll just give it to you. But the other ones I would like to keep what they got. Black belt gives you a ton of vitality too. It's the name of my exercise program, Perma Bubble. Also, I may need to start doing less damage and more healing in general. When there's a lot of enemies, I need to just spam Kiraha, honestly. Like, just never stop. Until, like, 2 of the enemies are dead, just spam Cure. Do you have any MP? Nope. Oh my god, why is Ronald all the way down here? Everyone stop what they're doing so I can cast Holy. Where's this bony? Look at it, this bony. Did you see him just breakneck speed around the corner just to come in and whack me? And only me. Ran by everyone else. What was that? I'm gonna be here forever if I don't start making sure I pick up these orbs. I'm like very focused on my menu that half the time I don't even notice that an orb drops. Just because I'm having troubles doesn't mean you need to start helping me. It's part of the game. Like, I explain my troubles because it's part of the game. It doesn't mean, like, please help. It just means those are the troubles I'm having. Like, I'm supposed to have troubles. It's a video game. It's not supposed to be free. Sometimes I say something like, oh, that enemy was really hard, and everyone takes it as like, wow, Death, you suck. This is how you do it. And it's like, no, I'm just saying it's like it's hard. Like, I'm not saying it's the game's being like bad or unbalanced or like I'm not raging about it. I'm just saying it's hard because it is. Like, I'll say something like, the enemies in this dungeon are tough, and everyone will be like, well, that's because you don't have this. It's like, well, I'm not asking that. I'm just saying, like, they're tough. You know? I don't mean it as, like, the game is incorrect. Like, it's unfair or something. Like, I'm just simply stating the fact that it's a tough area. I'm perfectly aware that a lot of my party is underleveled, but I'm trying to do it with the underleveled party. It's like, I am aware that I'm doing it incorrectly, in a way. Yeah, Kiraha is amazing. It heals so much more than Kiraga, too. It's not only a party Kiraga. Like, it heals more, too. I need another big dark orb. How's it going, Browns? Yeah, this opal ring was a excellent choice. Because these skeletons don't take a lot of physical damage. Yeah, I usually say Kiraha instead of Kiraja, because I know more Spanish than any other foreign language. I feel like both is probably acceptable. The opal ring goes through Reflect. And since these bonies like to cast Reflect randomly while I'm already queuing up a spell, it's Ronald Reagan all over again. Yeah, I think they get this up to cheat. I don't want to fight the stuff here. It's not fun. Can you stop stepping on the traps? The problem is these teleporting horses that hit you even when you're running. Are you kidding? Balthier, don't be a hero! I'm glad I can be something for you to watch while you're sick. It's always nice having something like that. It's always very important to me to be consistent, so that when you need me, I'm here. Can you stop casting things, friend? Please.